Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at methods to pay for college. Paying for college can be a costly expense, but fortunately there are several options to help. The first option is savings. Though it seems like a large task, saving for college is something that you can start doing today actually. You can open a simple savings account at a financial institution like a bank or credit union and begin earning interest. Interest is something that you can earn. It's usually a percentage of how much is in your account, and you can earn it over time. They add it to your account on the amount you have saved. Students who have saved for college are more likely to attend. More likely to attend. Oops. Let me make that a little bit better. There we go. More likely to attend. Now, some of the pros of this is that you can start early, right? You can start early saving. You or your parents, you can start early. I'm not doing good with my E's today. There we go. Some cons, though, are that the accounts don't earn that much interest. Savings account don't earn much interest. So you have to really save a lot of money. And sometimes when you're younger, or when your parents are younger, they don't have the money to save a lot then. But the more you can save, the better, because then you already have the money ready to go, at least for part of your college. Now, besides savings, we have some other options here. One of them is scholarships. You may be familiar with this one. A scholarship is something that you apply for and are awarded. So the school is giving it to you, awarded based on talents, grades, or other circumstances. So this could be an academic scholarship, it could be an athletic scholarship, it could be a music scholarship. There are thousands of scholarships available based on different circumstances that cover various or different amounts. You may have a full ride scholarship where it covers everything, or you may have a smaller scholarship that'll just cover some things. Some students are able to pay for a large amount of their college expenses with several scholarships. So you can actually have more than one scholarship. Now, a pro of this is that you don't have to pay it back. Okay, the school's paying for it, so you don't have to pay it back. Don't have to pay back. Okay. But some of the cons or the bad things about a scholarship is that a lot of work to research and apply for the scholarships. Now, some scholarships, like athletic scholarships, they will come to you. They will find you, they will offer you a scholarship. But there are a lot of requirements when you do that. You have to make certain grades, you have to make practices, you have to follow the team rules. So you're getting your college paid for, but you have to perform in certain areas. Also, if it's not an athletic scholarship, if it's academic or something else, you still have to apply. You have to find the available scholarships and apply for them. You may have to submit work, write papers, but it'd be worth it if you get awarded the scholarships in the end. Another option is a grant. A grant is an amount of money that is given. So you are given the money, and is usually based on a financial need. Students can apply for grants by completing what's called the free application of federal student aid, or FAFSA for short, which calculates how much a family can contribute to college. So the good thing about a grant is that they don't have to be paid back. So you don't have to pay back. So you're given the money and then you use it for whatever expenses for college that you need to. But these applications can also be a lot of work. The FAFSA is a lot of work to complete. And not everybody qualifies. Just because you apply doesn't mean that you qualify. So it may not be as helpful to you as you want it to be. But if you can get the grant, that's awesome. That's the way to go. Now, another option is called a work study, and it's exactly how it sounds. You work while you're at school to study. So you can earn money through a work study by working. Working at various jobs provided by the college or the university. A work study is another option for students who have a financial need based on the, now this says FAFSA, they mixed up the two letters. I'm going to change it real quick, the FAFSA. There we go. So when you apply for a grant, say you don't qualify for that, you could qualify for the work study. So the pro is that you can offset cost, which means you can help with this money you're making, right? You can offset cost. Also, if you're doing a work study, you're guaranteed a job. That's part of the deal, that they're providing you that job. But the cons are with the job is that the wages are set by the college. So it may not be a really high paying job. And they can also limit the number of hours that you work. So they can limit your hours and your wages, but it still help offsetting the cost. So it's a good option. Now, the last option is student loans. Student loans are a common option in which you borrow money. So a lot of people have to do this option. Borrow money from a private bank or the federal government. These loans must be repaid with interest. Now, earlier we talked about earning interest with a savings account. So that's a percentage of what you have in your account and it's added to your account. Whenever you take out a loan, the interest is a percentage also, but it's added to your loan that you have to pay back. So that means you have to pay back your original loan and the interest over a period of time, usually a long period of time. Oftentimes the payments are deferred until you have completed your schooling, which means that you are getting all the loans when you're in school, but you don't have to start paying them until after you're finished with your college, which is good because then hopefully you'll get a job and then you'll be able to start paying them back. So the pros to this are it allows anyone, well, I shouldn't say anyone, but most people, allows most people to borrow money. Some people don't qualify for the loan, and sometimes that does have to do with the need and how much income you have in your house. So that is a factor. And they're also very flexible. That's a pro, very flexible with their standards. Very flexible with standards. And what I mean by that is earlier I talked about if you have a scholarship, usually there are specific standards or rules that you have to follow to keep that scholarship. Or with a loan, they're giving you the money and they're like, hey, this is your money. You're going to have to pay it back, you know, and it's up to you to be responsible while you're in school and not waste the money. Now, the cons, the big con is that you have to pay it back. So it must be paid back. Must be paid back with interest, which means you have to pay back the loan amount and the interest that has been added to the amount. And guys, we're talking thousands of dollars, depending on where you go to school, how expensive it is. You know, it's a lot of money because we're also talking about, you know, your living expenses, where you have to live, you have to eat, your textbooks, all of those things. So it depends on the size of the loan. The least amount you can borrow, the better, because that's the least amount you'd have to pay back. And then there's also going to be less interest. Now, in this video, we didn't do any calculations. We're just explaining and discussing the different ways that we can pay for college and the pros and the cons. So you're going to be faced with some situations where you have to decide, you know, which option would be better based on the circumstances. Also, guys, this is the last video I'm making for 6th grade this year. So thank y'all for putting up with me and my handwriting. It is not my best quality or feature. So thank y'all so much. I know y'all been working really hard and can't wait to see y'all next year.